Alright, I wanted to make this video for some people who are having the same problems I am. This last winter wasn't cold enough to kill off the mice population in my area, and I have a serious problem, infestation, and they've killed a lot of my plants, so this was my solution. This is a stock tank. I got mine from IFA, but you can get them from anywhere that sells large livestock items like Cow Ranch. I'm sure there's a bunch of stores across the US that sell stock tanks, metal stock tanks like this. This has a drainage piece, so when I water, I will be able to take this out and let it drain. For a note, I did not fill this all the way with soil because that'd be crazy expensive. This is filled about probably to here with scrap pieces of wood that I had lying around the yard and some logs that I had lying around the yard. But a lot of you in the beginner group ask about all-season color. For my zone, which is 5B, this planter will get pretty close to having all-season color. So let me show you what I've got in here. So this guy right here is tick seed. It's done blooming for the year. So all of these are blooming right now, but that is because I just bought them from greenhouses. They don't naturally all bloom like this at the same time. So what I've got here is some tick seed. It's gonna be super pretty. That is a late spring. So for my zone, it'll start blooming in late spring, early summer. This is a fall blooming ornamental onion. Let me see the tag. So what you want to know about these ornamental onions, they smell fantastic. They're super beautiful and my bees absolutely love them. However, they are an onion. These will go to seed and you have to be really careful because they will eventually take over garden areas if you allow it. To prevent that, just when these are done blooming, take the seed heads off before they can seed out. If you want them to spread, awesome. If you don't, they can spread and they can become a problem. So just keep that in mind. I have this Aster, which is blooming right now, but actually in my zone, my Aster that are in the ground still, they haven't started blooming yet. So naturally, these would start blooming in the next couple weeks for my zone. This is super early for this guy for my zone. This is one of the plants that the mice keep eating, which is why I bought another one. Blazing Star is a native for my area. I live in the west part of the US, so this is a native wildflower. They're one of my favorites. They're super pretty and they're about midsummer bloom time. Right now you can see it's just barely blooming. Normally this would be done for this season. So Phlox is also almost done for this season in my zone. This is, oh, let's see, there we go. It's the type of Phlox I planted. It's really pretty. It'll get bigger every year. Really, really pretty. This is a blue jean Russian sage, so it is a miniature Russian sage variety. I really like it. Definitely planted a miniature version because otherwise anybody who has planted Russian sage, the normal variety, knows that it would overtake this entire planter. This, for you beginner gardeners, just so you know, I've already killed 2 of these, which is super sad. I am trying super hard to keep this guy alive. This is just filled with bees. My bees love this plant and it makes me so sad because every time I've planted them in ground, they've died in my zone. I am really hoping that by planting this in a container that this guy does okay. Yeah, because if this one dies, I think I'm gonna give up on that particular plant. The other things I have growing in this are annual varieties of black-eyed Susans. This one is the cherry brandy. It's that really pretty red color. So the cherry brandy, and then we have a cinnamon bicolor, and a chocolate orange. I don't know which one is which, but that is what I've got going on in this planter. And this variety for my zone will give me almost all season color starting in late spring through fall. So I will be putting tulips in between all these empty spaces, so I will have early spring flowers. I'm really hoping that this helps anybody who's having mice issues, or gopher issues, I guess. I have field mice and gophers, so it's kind of a problem. But I hope this helps somebody.